Hello, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this lake flow yoga class. We're going to be flowing like water today. Please take a seat on your mat, take a nice deep breath in, and when you're ready, sigh it out. Landing here on your mat for your practice. When you're ready here, taking a nice big inhale and reaching the arms out and up above your head. Palms touch, and when you're ready, exhale, pushing the energy down beside you. Inhale, reaching up, warming up the shoulders, the upper back muscles, and our lungs, of course. Do this in your own breath. We're going to do this 5 times. Inhale as you're reaching up, and exhale, pushing it all down. When you're ready, slowly making your way to your tabletop position, we're going to flow like water in our cat-cow. I would love for you to try moving your belly and chest first before taking the gaze up. And then as you round everything in, the head drops last. So you're moving like a wave. Move with your own breath here. Just waking up the spine and the neck. And when you're ready, making your way to your first downward facing dog. Maybe taking some time here to just bend and straighten opposite legs, pedal them out. On your next inhale, taking the right leg up behind you. As you exhale, draw it into the chest, lands between your front hands, and inhale, coming up to your warrior 1. As you exhale, drawing the hands down, coming to your plank, and then pushing back to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, draw it in, lands between the hands. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, coming to your forward fold, taking a nice halfway lift, folding right down into it. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling yourself up to standing in mountain pose. Hands are facing forward here. You're nice and active. Eyes could be closed, focusing inward on your breath. From your mountain pose, taking a nice inhale, reaching the arms out, hands meet above your head, and exhale, swan dive forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant those hands, shoot the left leg all the way back, making it parallel to the back of your mat before coming up into your warrior 2. Flip that front palm, exhale, reverse warrior. And then from here, cartwheeling the hands down, we're going to move into a nice easy twist. So left hand is planted, right arm is reaching up. Dropping that back knee down. See here if you can reach back, take hold of that foot, and give yourself a nice quad stretch on the left side. Slowly coming out of that, coming into your dragon pose just for a moment. So the foot is outside of the hands. pushing back to your plank, chaturanga, or lowering all the way down to your mat, and then coming up into cobra. And remember, we're flowing here, so flowing with your breath into cobra 3 or 4 times, just waking up the spine. And when you're ready, pushing yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, picking up that left leg, drawing it into the chest, lands between the hands, coming up to your warrior 2. That back foot is parallel to the short end of your mat. Flipping the front palm, exhale, reverse warrior. Nice side stretch here. Cartwheeling your hands all the way down, reaching that left arm up for an easy twist. And then dropping the back knee down, seeing if you can take hold here of that back foot to give yourself a nice quad stretch on the right side. And when you're ready, taking the hands to the inside of that front foot and coming into your dragon pose here. It's a nice opener for the hips. And when you're ready, shooting back to plank, lowering yourself down and coming up to your cobra, flowing like water. And when you're ready, pushing yourself back into a nice wide-legged child's pose, just to rest here for a moment. Taking a nice deep breath here, and as you exhale, pushing back to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reaching up the right leg, land between your front 2 hands, coming back up to your warrior 2. As you inhale, flipping that front palm, and exhale, take it back to reverse warrior. Exhale, draw everything down to your easy twist, reaching that right arm up, dropping the back knee here, taking that nice quad stretch again on the left side. Coming forward, and this time going a little bit deeper if you can into your dragon pose, maybe if it's available to you, coming down onto your forearms here. And when you're ready, slowly making your way back to plank pose, lowering yourself all the way down and moving through your cobra flow. On your next exhale, pushing back to downward dog. When you're ready in your downward facing dog, take an inhale here and reach the left leg all the way up behind you, drawing it in between the front hands, pulling yourself up to warrior 2. Inhale and flip that front palm, taking it back to your reverse warrior. Cartwheel everything down here, reaching the left arm up to your easy twist. Dropping that back knee down and taking your quad stretch if you can here on the other side. And then from here, moving into your dragon pose. If you came down on your forearms on the other side, then try to do the same here. When you're ready, really slowly making your way to lying on your belly. Laying on your belly, take a nice deep breath here. We're going to move into our bow pose, which is our big back bend for this flow practice today. So when you're ready, bending the legs up, seeing if you can reach back with your hands and take hold of the outside of the feet. And when you're ready, kicking with your feet, pushing into your hands, coming up to your back bend. And as you exhale, release, taking your head to rest on one side. We're going to do that again, so bending the knees back, taking hold of the feet, and when you're ready, kicking into the feet, bringing yourself up, feeling that bend in the spine, making sure that your neck is an extension of your spine here. And as you exhale, release, taking your head to the opposite side just to rest here. Take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, pushing yourself back into downward facing dog. We're moving into our pigeon practice, so we won't be here for long. Inhale, reaching that right leg up behind you, and then drawing the right leg up to the hands. If you can't have your leg parallel to the front of your mat, draw the foot in closer to your hips so that there just isn't as much tension through your hips. Taking a moment to catch your breath with your body up, and then if it feels good for you, maybe lowering over that front leg and coming down into a deeper hip stretch if it feels good for you. Focusing here on your breath, trying to find stillness in this intense stretch. And when you're ready, walking your hands back up, drawing that foot in closer to the hip if it wasn't already, and coming into your mermaid position. So bringing that back leg up, maybe tucking it in the divot of your elbow, and really seeing if you can open through your heart and chest here. When you're ready, release. Coming back to your downward facing dog so that we can do the same on the other side. Lifting the left leg up and drawing it up towards your hands, or keeping that foot tucked in close to your hip, whatever feels good for you today. Taking a moment to settle in here. We're not in a rush. We're moving with ease like water today. And if it feels good for you, maybe folding deeper over that front leg, but only if it feels good to go further. Seeing if you can find some stillness here. And when you're ready, slowly walking yourself back up, tucking that foot into your hip and coming into your mermaid on the other side. If you can bind the hands and open your heart here, that's awesome. If you can't, that's also fine. Please just work with your body where it's at. When you're ready, you can release that, coming to lie on your stomach, and then we're going to roll all the way over onto our back. So just taking as much time as you need here, as much space. Drawing the knees in for a big hug into the chest. Taking the hands out wide and dropping the knees over to one side together. Maybe taking your gaze over to the opposite side to continue that twist. And when you're ready, drawing the knees back up to center for a big hug before dropping them over to the other side. When you're ready, drawing them back to center and letting go into your Shavasana. Please feel free to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you need to. Take all the time you need here, focusing on your breath, listening to the sound of water, and turning your gaze inward. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga class. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more.